Live, right. Welcome to Sunday Surgery Live with me, Doctor Lefthandthread. I went live a little bit early because I seen two people were already on the stream, so I thought I'd come on and talk to you instead of having you sitting there staring at the blank screen. So, welcome to the now world famous Doctor Lefthandthread Surgery. This is another fix or fail live stream. It's the 43rd Sunday Surgery Live since the construction of this great building I'm sitting on. And there's something missing from the stream tonight. Doesn't? There's no rain. It hasn't rained for 2 days. Yes, Martin. It hasn't rained for 2 days now. And I spent most of the day cutting the grass because it was like a jungle out there. It usually takes me nearly 2 hours cutting the grass at the best of times. So I spent, I don't know, a lot of the day doing that. And I was working at a couple of saws there today as well. I was working on a couple of saws. I got one of them going. Done that live on TikTok. I thought it might have been a bit boring for you guys, so I just put it on. I'm 5 minutes early. I thought I'd go a bit early because I seen there was a few guys waiting there. So we're 5 minutes early. Yeah? We're still early anyway. So I don't want to really get bogged down until 9. But anyway, I'm going to tell you what's going on. The stuff that I fixed, yes. And there's a big burning yellow thing in the sky pad. I don't know what that is. I have phoned NASA. You know me and NASA's in good terms because they're still trying to buy the patent off me for this. You know, we're in talks with the patent for the Milwaukee. You know, but they haven't made me a good enough offer yet. So I've been in touch with NASA and they don't know what it is either. That's Ireland NASA, not USA NASA. Know what it is. But anyway, the stuff I fixed last week, nobody's come to collect it yet. What's happening in Doctor Lefthandthread Surgery? I was sort of panicking a couple of weeks. There's Marty. I was panicking a couple of weeks ago because I wasn't getting enough stuff read up or getting enough repairs done. So it was off a week anyway, and I spent a lot of it doing repairs. And I've realised I'm far ahead with the repairs because the stuff to be collected is far bigger than the stuff to be fixed. It's just the outbox is filling up. But I think we're far enough onto the stream now. Is everybody giving a like to talk about what we're going to talk about and do what we're going to do? This is a HM0810T. This is a Makita plug-in device. It's a breaker, but it's the one with a big hexagon chisel on it. I'm trying to see if I can see an age on it. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones here. I think that says 2013. I'm not sure. It couldn't be an 8, could it? Could be an 8, you know. But it looks fairly antiquated. It might not be as old as I think it is. It's got a metal bottom on it. Like nothing's got a metal bottom on nowadays. Metal cover in the bottom of it. Which is not a bad thing, but it's interesting. Held on with 2 Allen keys. This one's going. But what's wrong with this one? I think when they start to struggle there, it stops. So I think the brushes are wore down to an unacceptable level. When the pressure goes on, the brushes is not good enough resistance in the spring to keep them in place. It does sound to have a good swish offer there. That's item number 1. Item number 2 is dewalt 5 amp battery. 1 bar. Put it on the charge. Little see, oops. Magical live stream now. There we are. Nothing. What a thing. Yes, it is plugged in. And it is switched on. Before you ask, no, nothing. And if you put it in something that's dodgy enough, This isn't one of these dodgy impact drivers that we're fixing. Oh, Marius. It's a nice wee Kango there. I do like those old... Well, it's older technology, but it mightn't be that old a machine. I don't know. It could be 6 or 7 year old. I don't know. I think it's 2018 rather than 2013. I kind of want it to be 2013, but anyway. Here's Gaz Bullen. Good to see you. I just think it just feels powerful. It feels good. So I'm going to get down to business. I think I might do this first because this is quite a simple one. Marty's saying the switch needs cleaning the contact cleaner. Oh, that means in the impact driver. No, I'll show you one of my good batteries to see. The batteries just hardly eat more than power, like you see. So put on one of my good batteries that has got 3 bars. It is the battery rather than impact driver. You could be forgiven for thinking it's impact driver, but it's not on this occasion. Anyway, we'll get down to business. Marius is currently building a dewalt battery tester similar to the one sold by Makita. A battery tester. Right. Anyway, let's see if we can get down to business here. See if we can get a good shot of this. Bear with me. YouTube insist on making us go, what do you call it? Portrait at the minute to get maximum push out. They sort of punish you for going the other way because you only get, whereas I get exposed to a couple of thousand people with the portrait, and only get exposed to maybe a few hundred in the live stream. So that's the way they con you. Here, Big D. Good one, isn't it? Isn't it, Big D? Set of brushes, I would say. I'm going to put a set of brushes in her. She's powerful. I think that's what's wrong. I've actually got this one a while. I've put off looking at this because I thought I had to service a hammer. But he explained to me she is going, but she just, when she puts under pressure, she's stopping. So it's not really a hammer problem, it's more an electronic problem, which is what I want to see. I want that. I don't want to go in there. I can avoid it. Metal plate on her, the bottom. Love that. I'm saying they're wearing them, you know. I have new ones here. A new one's standing by. We'll put them on her anyway. We'll not be able to. We'll not start demoing walls with her, just to test them. But I would say they're well down anyway. So when it comes to that, it's probably near enough over. We'll stick them on her. I think this one's done a lot of work, so she's not bad. Where do you get parts from? Good question, Lee. There's BW's Electronic. Thank you very much. They're still working the same design. Brushes and dirt in the head. That's good. Where do you get the parts from, Lee? Well, you'll get any part really for plug-in Makita, near enough, as far as I know. They're one of the easiest things to get parts for, and even some of the dewalt too. You get them on eBay as well. But there's a company I found very good for aftermarket brushes. They're dodgy aftermarket brushes. It says Makita in the bag, but it top deals online. You call them. They're real good price. We're on a budget here, lads. You know, don't judge me. We're on a budget, but brushes aren't dear. Like even brushes like that, you're not going to pay a wild lot for brushes for this thing. It's a simple wee brush. It's not going to cost the earth. Due to reasons I won't go into, it's handier if I get these posted to the house anyway. And these eBay companies will post them to the house. And you know, when I come in here at night, I'll come home after my day job, and some people will wield on a few casualties like this one onto me, and I'll take a look at the brushes, for example, and it's maybe 9 o'clock at night. I can still go on eBay and order them. It means it's done and dusted. It means I don't have to worry about it. I just have them in a few days, and that's a little bit. That seems to be the easiest way for me. But once you just stay looking up parts diagrams for Makita and dewalt, like it's kind of easy. There's a bit of debris in here at the bottom. Yeah, a bit of debris in there at the bottom, but I took most of it. That can't do a well lot of good if it gets in there, but oh well. We're on a budget here, lads. No. No. You can only buy where are you, Lee? And where are you, Lee, for example, unless I could maybe recommend a business near you. Maybe I'll sell them to you. If you're in England or something, there's a couple of companies in England that would sell to you. They would have a lot of stock. I know two in northwest England that would be quite good for these sort of parts. Oh, there's J-Bobs. Good to see you, J-Bobs. I didn't see your message before. And like I said, the stuff I fixed last week has not been collected yet. Nobody come to lift it, so there's a bit of a backlog in the Doctor Lefthandthread outbox. So it sort of discourages me from fixing more stuff until I get shot of some stuff. I'm actually turning down stuff at the minute. I'm trying to think what to turn down. I turned down 2 radios, which I would turn down anyway. I turned down battery chargers. I turned down... What else did I turn down? I turned down some flex volt batteries. And nobody replying there. I'm turning down all sorts of stuff. Definitely, I'm starting to be more choosy. I think if Han Solo had landed the Millennium Falcon out in the yard there and said the flux capacitor was hanging out of her and I need to fix it, I would have been getting on. I would have been getting on there for to have a go, because that's the way I was operating. But I'm gonna have to stop that. I had to learn the word no. I think they're a good swish off for now. No fixing on these old things. No, that's just a bit of fun there. That's all. If somebody could bring me 20 of them and just fix them, I would just love that. I would just love that. It wouldn't make a wild good string, but it would be or past a Thursday afternoon. I haven't got a chisel to test a hammer, Big D. I haven't. It's one of the hexagon jobs, as you would know. I don't have it. I don't have a chisel for that. I just do not. But I think she's alright. There just seems to be a very good swish off her. I don't think the head's that bad, but how would we know? Anyway, don't have a chisel on set, so we'll have to move on to the battery now. I'm saving these patients. Threaded flex fault. No. Aye. I just have to. I'll tell you what I would use a flex bolt for now. The only reason I'd want to see a flex bolt is if I needed some nice wee cells to make a 4-amp battery. Nice wee 6-amp flex bolt. Maybe 3 of the cells away in her. Pull 12 cells out her. Make myself a wee 4-amp battery out her. That's or repair 4-amp battery. One down. The old Makita made in Japan works for 50 years. The new Makita made in China works for 5 years. If it works for 5 years, it's doing better than a lot of things, to be honest. It depends who's using it. Marius, you want to see some of the things I get? Like, theoretically, this is 16.8 volts. This is 16.8 volts. And it's showing 1 bar. You think that's great. Jump start it, get it up to 17 volts, charge it. But we're going to take our time with this. We're going to take our time with this because we haven't got a whole lot on tonight. It's just we're going to take it nice and slow here. I'm 17 minutes on. And we started early, so we're probably only 12 past whatever. Anyway. So if that battery was right, when it's fully charged, it should be 20 volts. But we'll open her and we'll have a look at the individual cells. These old butts, hey, when I'm hammering at them every day, they still start to slap. But yeah. They get worn. They get worn. I have spares, I just keep buying them. I just keep buying away at them. A couple of dead cells, guys, I would say you're probably right. A couple of low cells or bad cells. Right, let's see. Let's get the big lad down. It's a bigger screen. Go from that bank there. Oh, we'll take her out. We'll take her out. We'll take her out. If you open one of these, the first thing you do is pop that off to see if that connection sometimes burns out there. But no. Seems alright there. Seems a fresh kind of battery. There's nothing compared to some of the things I get. It's not destroyed looking. It's weird having a Sunday surgery without the rain. The rain would have been pelting at this stage usually. I didn't mind do that. Yeah. Anyway, got a cross connection there, but it's alright. There could be more sparking before this evening's over. LG sales. LG KM it says. I like the Samsung. There's Mr. Cook. Yep. There's Mr. Cook. Good to see Mr. Cook on the stream. Let's see, I'll go. Do not confuse you. I'll go from positive to negative the right way. It's 404, so that's a full bank of cells there. They're full charged. They're full charged. They're full charged. They're full charged. There's virtually nothing in them bank of cells there at the end. There's 0.66 of a volt. Oh, it has been sitting in water, BW's electronic. So this bank of cells on the end is Kaputski. You know, this one. I'm going to mark it because if I don't mark it, I could end up pulling out the wrong cells when I'm talking to you guys. I put a wee black mark on it there just to show that that's the bank of cells in them. Hasn't been sitting in water. The boards don't like the water, and the wee connections in the battery and the battery terminals don't like when you try and start tractors with them. Anybody knows, you just start vans and cars with them, not tractors. So we'll pull them out. Maybe we should put on a pair of just to save my paws a little bit. Because I'm picking up superficial lacerations all week and I burnt myself with a soldering iron, and you know what I mean? How old is that battery? It's 2020. 2020 manufacture. And I'm thinking it could have been sold as late as 2022. It could be 2 years old. It could be 2 years old. It's probably not 3. Could be 3, 2 or 3 years old, I would say. Like, there's a lot of batteries I'm getting on that are, like, there's a big case no one there. 2017, that's a bit far back, you know. That's a bit far back. Back with a bank charge. Could come back with a bank charge. But saying this, normally I could maybe do that. What do we say? We'll get this right down here because we're working on smaller stuff here now. Get up closer. See if we can get right down there. So we could do a bank charge, but I just right. J-Bubs is giving me leads and board to do bank charges. Like Gaz is suggesting J-Bubs is give me them. Where did I put them? Yes. There's the leads in it. I have a box full of stuff. I know it's in here. Should be in here. Oh, there. It's filed under M for miscellaneous. That's good. I always forget they're so small, these. Right, let's see. Tools and Games is there. Good to see Tools and Games. Leads and boards. Yeah. So we think we're going to bring this bank of cells back. with J Bob's board, which is, thank you very much for that. Again, that's a board that he's given me. And to explain what this board does, I have to borrow this charger. It's keeping this normal, I think it's C-type called, you know. And I'll need probably the multimeter to show you here what we're up to here. Here's some of the rattling outside. That's not good. Anyway, volts. And there's a positive and negative in this board. Let's see if we can get them in here. Bear with me. Yep. Let's see. If I connect to the positive and negative, I'm getting 4.16 volts coming out of that board through what's basically a phone charger, right? There's BW's electronic. We'll see what he's saying to me here. I've been very lucky. I have lithium batteries. Haven't failed me yet. Picked up recycled batteries to build. Aye. You can get away with that if you're only messing about like I am. You can definitely get away with that quite well. Right, so we need a couple of bits of wire. I could use J-Bob's wires, but I don't want them's good. I don't want to mess them up. I'll do something else because I have older stuff here. I have old wires and old shit. Let's see. What do I see? Is that even near shot there? Use your VC charger. Well, I don't know. I could still do cell replacement, but I thought it'd be interesting to see how this goes. Saying J-Bob's was nice enough to furnish me with these, and he has requested we do this, so I'm always open to requests. Always open to requests. Is that the negative wire there? That's the negative one. Nope. A bit heavy in the flux there. Wonderful. Now to see what we're looking at here. Good man. Tools and Games getting a new motor for Ryobi charger, or Ryobi, or whatever way you pronounce it. Whatever way it's pronounced, I do not know. I'm unsure. Give that a haircut. Uh-oh. Did I do something to your board? I might have. Showing a red light now. Whatever I've done there. I suppose I should have done this before I wired it up. I've done something to the board. There's something good on there. There might be a stray wire. I think that's what's doing it. It's a stray wire's doing it. Try that again. We're back in business again now. Thought it screwed up the board there. We're not going to use any flux. We'll just say no flux given. I'd love a buxom nurse, but Mrs. Left Hand Thread might not be in favour of that sort of help. Knowing my luck, you'd be a tranny. Anyway, not that I have any objections to that alternative lifestyle. If you play that way, none of my business. That's my disclaimer. So we're going from plus to minus. So that's the plus side. I'd have to use one of your wires, my friend. These are good, and so I want to keep them, to be honest. But that's good. Thank you for them. And they're real good ones. And we'll have to monitor the voltage as we go, because we are, in fact, men of science here in the Doctor Surgery. We are of scientific. We studied science at the University of Logic, University of Scientific, under Professor Charles Xavier. I think it was. I think I should call them. I'm going to blow up the board. I'm going to blow up the board. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's blow up the board, J-Bobs, what? It's putting the voltage up anyway. The voltage is coming up slowly. You can see that. Try and get onto a shot there. There's a regular, he's actually contributed to the channel, a regular viewer, and guy I've known for years, you know. He gave me all those Panasonics that, do you remember a few months back that was to connect the power last? Right, yes. Science. That's why I need you guys on the Sunday nights. But there's a guy, he gave me all those Panasonic 15.6s. You know, he was telling me the other day he was watching the live stream where I smoked all his Panasonics. He was not happy. No, we're all right. There's no lightning strikes. This is working, I suppose. We'll have to get up to 4 volts. And hopefully it stays up 4 volts. Save me pulling the whole board apart, I suppose. but it's good to use. So connect the power last. No. I wasn't involved in that part. I wasn't involved in that. I wasn't interested in them sort of shenanigans. You see the way them boys fell finished up? They're all touting each other and they're all others. They're they're all weirdos. They're all double agents and they were telling lies to each other, telling many lies that they didn't know what to believe themselves, and they just no. I don't need any of those sort of shenanigans in my life. We're coming up to 2 volts here now. I don't know if this will stay. So connect the power last. Good job you give me one more than one of these boards, J-Bobs, thank you. This is why I need you guys in the streams, because, aye, yeah. Problem might crop up again. That's why I was maybe thinking about cell replacement, Marius, because I have a couple of cells there that have what I would consider decent internal resistance, They're not exact matches, but they're close enough. They don't look exactly the same, but they are out of a 5 amp battery as well, so this is coming up reasonably well. Like, I don't know if the VC4 would bring her up as quick. I don't think she would. I think these wee boards are the business, They're speaking too soon, maybe. No, she's struggling. She's struggling there. What do we see? We'll disconnect the power and we'll try that again the way you guys said, because this is a bit wacky what I'm doing. But that's par for the course for me, isn't it? I'll get on there. That's the job. Right. The voltage is dropping a wee bit, but you kind of would expect that. So we're connecting the power again. Connecting the power again. Ah, there we are. We'll see if we can get a better shot of this. I'd have to go up again a wee bit. Here. T76. She's coming up, anyway. I'm trying to look out for burning smells. That's why I'm snuffing. Just the usual burning Doctor Lefthandthread smell that you have on the Sunday night. She's got up nice and good. 2.87. Thank you very much for these J-Bubs, by the way, because these are good. I like these. That's this Venlab beeping. When you were on too long, she beeps. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, The VC4 is definitely slower. And I think I I actually damaged one of the ports in the VC4. There's one of the ports doesn't work right now. It's a 4 cell charger, but I can only charge 3 cells on it now because uh, I had it on a 12 amp battery all night, charging 3 big 4 amp cells, a bank of cells, and it just didn't work since. See, I switched the cell off because it's the timeout thing in this here, because it's in case you leave the workshop and leave the multimeter on. It's a good thing, in a way. 1.5 amps. 1.5 amps is pretty decent. Because if you put the bench power supply wouldn't put that much onto here, the one that I have. It would get lower as she gets nearer the top as well. It gets lower. It goes down to nearly less than half an amp when she's nearly getting up charge, like when she's getting up to nearly full charge. This is 3.14, so this is coming up. I don't know if this is relevant viewing for you guys, but yeah. I suppose it would depend on the wall charge. This is supposed to be one of these fast leads that I have. And in the workshop I have these plug sockets with the USB output, and they are fast. They are fast chargings. If you have a slow charger, she's going to charge slower, obviously. If you have a slow wall charger or a lead that's not up to it, she's going to charge slower. But that's not bad. They are fast charging leads. I got these for the surgery because actually I was building a battery one night and the phone went off because it lost power. I have plenty of power, and this is a new one I'm using. But I got the USB charger sockets. And I asked the electrician, the spark to put them on. I says, are they the fast ones? I says, I don't know. They are 2.1 amp. They are 2.1 amp. But usually I have a Samsung phone. And usually if you have one of them phones, it tells you if she's fast charging or slow charging. It doesn't tell you what amp she's putting out, but it tells you if she's fast charging or slow charging. This is slowing up now. This is going to take a little bit of time, guys. There'd have been more action if I had to cut the cells out of her, but this is interesting. At least I'm getting to use the wee boards that J-Bob sent me. I want to show you one of these up close and personal. That's the board up close there. The USB-C. No. And the plus and the minus you see there. Plus and minus. Right. So it's pretty good. Yeah. 1.5 max. I usually go by the phone, with the Samsung phone, if she says that she's fast charging or slow charging. But I don't know what to consider slow charging or fast charging. And these leads that I've got 3-meter leads for the surgery here to keep the phones going when I'm doing live streams and things. So they seem to do a job. It's part of these other cells are so high. We're up to 3.33 now. You can see that. She's slowing up because she's reaching the top. It always takes that bit more to get them finished off once you get to it. The last 20% in these batteries seems to be the harder part. Get it down. Money we've got in the stream. Has everybody liked the stream? I thought I was doing cell replacement today, but you know, I'm glad I got these boards because we've been so busy. I haven't used them until tonight. I did plug them in and test them. They're something else, and they're so tiny. Mm, 3.37. There's nothing else we can work at because I've nothing else on for the night. I was going to slam a couple of cells into that if she needed them. But like Maria says, she could be. Yeah. The wall plugs, a fast charger, not the leads. Some of the leads do make a difference. I got an old lead that's. Let me see if I can find it. It was an old lead was with that Parkside there, that Parkside thing. And there doesn't seem to be. She doesn't seem to charge as quick with that as she does with these ones that I got. But it's mainly the plug socket that makes a difference, like you say. 3.40. I think we're winning with this, but it's taking a while. You guys not going anywhere for a while. 3.41, like I say, it's going up. I was looking for a few bits of sparks and whatever the night, but we're not going to get that at this point anyway. So I'm just going to go back in the Samsung 23 Plus with a fast charge. Says fast charging. Doesn't in the wall USB sockets. Mine doesn't. These ones anyway. I don't know. Yeah. This one that I'm doing the stream on is an S23 as well. We're going up slowly with that. Yeah. So does everybody like the stream? Everybody, 14 people watching, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But it's been an interesting one tonight for you usual guys, because I know you like the battery stuff. And it's a different approach I've taken tonight, because usually I would just rip the 2 cells out of that and pop on 2 more. I think of 2 more ideal ones there that would have done the job too. Let's see, we're 49 minutes on. And we're sitting at 3.45.9. 3.46. There's a pity themselves were so high, the rest of them. So what have y'all been at today? Headfucker wants me to have a buxom nurse to pass me implements. I don't know what would do waiting for this battery charge. I was going to get Dremel and saw them out. And if I had got the opportunity, I was going to use the spot welder. I'm well happy with the spot welder at the minute, to be honest. She's been doing the job quite well for me. 19 on here. Well, it's hard to tell how accurate that is when you see people on. I don't know. The thing about batteries, it's hard to get a good stream sometimes with batteries if you're doing. I never wanted to do the slow charge with batteries because they tends to take too long and it tends to RC battery better than welder. It seems to be more consistent. Basically, I was using a faulty battery on it. It was suboptimal. If I keep her about 23, she seems to do a good weld on let me see, where's that stuff? Where's that strip that I had there? Oh, there it is. Anyway, she seems to do a good weld in this strip here that J-Bubs told me about. It's not bad. I was going to show you tonight, but maybe I might get I might do some spot welding next week. Batteries are born. I might do some spot welding next week, among other things, because I wanted to show you the spot welder tonight. Because I don't think we used this in the live stream on the new configuration. Batteries don't be that exciting unless you're cutting cells out of them and stuff. Well, let's go down here again to see. We've got 3.5. So if I pull the charger board, pull the lead off, pull the power off now, do you think will she drop? She's dropping there, but will she drop down very low, do you think? You don't get the same heat in the cells as you get the jump start all the same. They are dropping. But I might just pull the cells out of her. That'd be a bit more correct. How do you get on with the grinder? I didn't get on with the grinder. Since. I sort of give the grinder a hard pass. But the guy didn't come to see me. He was supposed to come and see me Friday or Saturday and collect them. And I was thinking that if he didn't want the grinder, I would give it to you, J-Bubs, to have a go at. Yeah. Sort of holding at that there. We have this here. We have a bank of cells that are about 4 volts. So we could connect them to with your leads. So if I get the recycle the grinder, I'll pass it on to you. I'll pass it on to you, J-Bubs. You deserve it. I think you wanted to go with that one. That's the next piece of kit. That's a good piece of kit. That's the next thing we have. So we're gonna connect this up again to we see with these cells. You see if the cells will give them a quicker bump, We need a quicker bump. If you're doing a video, you can sort of edit the slower parts out. When you're in a live stream, there's not much you can do. You have to sort of try and get on with the business, We'll see if we can give her a bump. No. Suppose we better connect it. It'll give it a bump. It's going quicker. It will equalize, you see, but the problem with this is I'm not to get up to 4. Because these are only about 4. Quicker, but not much. What else could we do instead? Yes. Suppose we could clip that on. That on there. It's going. It's going anyway. It's never going to get up to 4 because they're not just. Hold on. I wonder if we went for bigger cells, would it be a better job? Stick it in the dewalt charger. Yeah. We'll try in the charger now, but we're going to have cell imbalance a bit. But anyway, that's alright. We're sticking it in the charger. I'm going to listen to you guys. No, it'll probably charge now. I could try and I suppose I can mess about with on my own time getting it leveled up. She's throwing 3 bars now. So we'll see what she says. Yeah. It is charging. She's seen it here, the wee boards. J-Bobs can tell you where to buy those wee boards because he was good enough to furnish me with them. And then you get a wee container for that. You can keep it on here. That's something I might want to keep handy. So add the power last, plug it in last, connect it all up first. So there you are, there it is. There's going to be a staple at the surgical table here. Still charging, anyway. So leave that on a little while. I might show you a spot welder in the meantime, just to show you how she is working. See, we never got to what do we see what yours is saying now? Why do Makita batteries get hot? The cells can get hot. The cells and then the batteries can get hot, and they're regardless. So what anybody says, a Makita 5 amp battery and the Milwaukee 5 amp battery and a dewalt 5 amp battery. They all have the same type of cells in them. Nearly all Samsung or LG. There's very little to choose between them. People are telling me though. There's somebody telling me yesterday they thought Milwaukee batteries weren't that good, and I would say, you know, that's not really. I wouldn't really subscribe to that one because, as you've seen, I've been able to bring a lot of them back. We'll show you a spot. Well, they're saying we're in the business. That's what I wanted to do tonight. So we'll stick these two cells together. They could be good for that little jump start thing that we done with the 18650s there. They're a big output thing. So we'll see. This is the strip that we're planning to use. I like this strip. It's pretty decent. So we're going to do a bit of drilling first. Prepare the surface. That's still charging, by the way, so we'll see what happens with that. So we'll try and get the spot welder up and running here now and see what we can do. Set it for 23. Come on. It's a bad demo. Wonder what's going on with this, because this is welding very, very well the other day. There we are. That's a ticket. That's pretty good there. The charger, well, suppose I'm maybe a bit biased because I like changing the boards on. It's got to be a wee bit of a bit of fun for me changing the boards on them. I've kind of done a lot of that, as you probably observed. There's a failure rate in the boards. They respond a lot better to the jump start than Makita. Makita boards will shut you down very quickly. Put you out of business. There, what I'm looking for. make another one of these things for jump starting the batteries. So of the boards and of these and of everything. Lovely. You have to make sure, the only thing I think about this spot weld, you have to make sure you're right on it. There's no delay. You've really no delay. And you have to be making, if you're making half a contact, she'll burn through the strip. See if we get right. Up here. See what I'm doing. You just have to be right on it from. I wasn't right on it there, and she burnt a wee hole in that one. But she's fairly, I'd say it's fairly good there. I never checked the voltage then to see if they were right. We're joined them together, but we'll get back up here again to see where we're at. Oh, dear. We're still charging there. Yeah, 4.14. That's a good one for rigging up a battery there. 4.14. So that's a good little jump starter there. Have the Miller welder, I still have it. But it's not that powerful. There's no way that would weld them strip. That wouldn't weld them strip. I would only weld the wee fine strip that I had. It'd be hard to show you in the live stream the difference between the strip. But that probably wouldn't even weld that strip, you know. Just give it a wee dab to see. See what she does. She's hardly marking it, like, you know. She wasn't powerful enough to weld that strip. And that strip's so much better than the fine stuff. Where's the fine stuff that I have? That's the fine stuff there. There's a bit of a difference. Don't know if you could see it. But there's a bit of a difference, like. You know, it's hard to see. It's hard to show you on live stream what's going on there. It was a good wee introductory thing to just get me going with the spot welding, but got this one and the RC battery now, thanks to you guys' advice and all the rest. It seems to be doing the job, as you can see. I'll probably do it well enough for me. So keep her 23. Doesn't need to be charged that often. That other wee one seemed to be always run out of power as well, the other wee one. Even she was only welding small strip, you know. What are we? We're an hour in or so. Yeah. I have not bought the 18650 heat shrink sleeves yet, but I would need to, probably. Marius is making a good point about the failure, the potential failure of these cells again. So I may have to do cell replacement. And then if I do cell replacement, I'll take a risk as well, because these are second-hand LG cells. But the thing about these was, on the charger, they were showing a decent internal resistance. They're showing about 23, but the charger's not supposed to be totally accurate. So I'm not entirely sure what the move is, but we'll check the voltage of this now to see how she's come up. Come on. The right setting would help. Let's see. 19.8 volts, and it was still charging, so that bodes well. I must buy the heat shrink sleeves. Still charging. But did I give that back to the guy and tell him the battery's fixed? With the potential that reoccurring? Or do I replace the... What? Do you switch multimeters because one says for different terminals? Yeah. I'm glad you asked me that question, sir. Thank you for the question. I have put flat terminals on this little multimeter. I could have retired this little multimeter, but I thought I'll still use it. Because when you get a battery, like so, the terminals are quite tight. And you can force them onto them. You can force them on. But I have broken them before doing that. So I always think it's easier just to put the flat terminals onto the battery. As you can see, that one's got 1.5 volts. That one's well knackered. So I might have to hold on to this battery a wee while to see what she'll do. I might put it into the strimmer for a couple of times. Strimmer could run that down 10 minutes. That's the only way I can think of seeing if she's going to take. Marius, in your opinion, what caused that to fall down below a volt, that bank of cells? Is there one of the cells in the bank of two that's bad, or you need a load tester? I need a load tester. I need lots of things. I need lots of things. But the jump start wasn't going to work on that, I don't think, because you had 4 banks of cells that were completely full, and you had one bank that was very, very low. We could sit and watch that charger for the next half an hour or whatever it takes. I don't know how long it'll take, but what do you think? Bad manufacturing, the battery cell. You see, cell replacement's a dodgy old carry on. It's a dodgy old carry on. I have these cells that I pulled from a battery that had some failed cells. And as far as I know, they're good, but it's only I'll be taking a chance slamming them onto it. Theoretically, you'd be supposed to get a set of match cells and replace the whole lot, but it's not always feasible. I'm a big fan of the old country fix when you slam two of these in. There you go. Charge and discharge a few times, so I may hold on to this one a wee while. And sort of work with it, because there's no way of knowing if it's going to fail after 3 charges unless I give it 3 charges. I think it's unbalanced from the factory. That battery certainly wasn't abused. The inside it was clean as a whistle. There was no corrosion. The board looked perfect. So I don't know. It needed to be discharged and charged a couple of times anyway. Big D, I think he's on about Milwaukee batteries are good, but he thinks the machines are shit. That vac that I had on, I still have one of them on here. That Milwaukee M18 vac that wee vac is pure shit. She's crap. Build quality is junk, to be honest. So anything else you guys need to tell me? Normally if they get damaged and they fall lower, they're non-recoverable. That's what they tell me. An 18650 falls below 3 volts. They're basically junk. There's some I've pulled out at 2.4 volts and charged them up. So really, rule of thumb, I shouldn't be doing that. And there's some batteries I've jump started that have been down as far as 2 or 3 volts, 4 volts, 6 volts, that sort of thing over the pack. And I've jumped them and they've come around again. But this is the thing. If a battery's below 3 volts, it's not supposed to be recoverable. But our cell, to be more accurate. Yeah. The guy jump started them, and to be honest, I've done a lot of crazy stuff with cell replacement here. I pulled cells out, put second hand ones in. I have jump started batteries from basically dead, nearly dead. There had to be a little bit of voltage, or it was no go. But she was sort of dead across the board, just a fraction of a volts in every bank of cells. It's the luck of the draw. I've been lucky. I've got a lot of them back and run a lot of them back and sent them out, because these don't belong to me, and I've never seen them again or hear tell them. This battery would need to be a bit more balanced maybe than it has been. But it is sort of back, so see how she's going, the impact driver now. It's not stopped charging though. Yeah. Well, it depends what you're talking about. None of the brands have it perfectly well. These are cheap and cheerful and do the job, these wee impact drivers, but they're not the best impact driver in the market. But it's good. It does the job. It's cheap. There's a lot of the Bosch impact drivers aren't that hot either, but they're all right. Bosch doesn't have the same range as dewalt. That's my criticism of Bosch. Do I think Bosch tools are good? Yes. Their SDSs, aside from the 36 volt, are some of the best about, and have been for years. Nothing else would touch them. And some of their drills are very decent, so it's hard to know. Yeah. dewalt aren't expensive. Cheaper than Milwaukee for the most part. Good all-round brand. has a good range of tools and batteries. Makita is more expensive for the brushless stuff than dewalt, and I don't really think it's any better. Their battery range is the same as this, the 18650 cells, but they don't have it in the flex volt type stuff or in the high output Milwaukee type stuff. So they're falling behind. Makita are behind with the battery range. They have a good range of tools. They have a wide range. Makita, Milwaukee, DeWalt have an extensive range of different choices if you're on that system. There's a lot of different things that you can get from those tool companies. Bosch don't have everything. Bosch don't have everything the same way as Makita, Milwaukee, and DeWalt have. But I just think DeWalt has to be my favourite because it's the best all-rounder for the money. I know in the USA there's some people would say rigid, but we don't have rigid here really. We don't have rigid for the money. For the money, I think the DeWalt was it. Money in the range. This battery is going to charge until next week, I think. I don't know what it's doing, but I'm going to leave it on anyway. Sorry, it was a bit of a more of a quieter sort of AG is rigid over here, but you don't see it. You don't see it. Way overpriced. It's maybe a better price in the USA. You see, it's basically Milwaukee, but it's cheaper. If you know what I mean. Yeah, they're all hit and miss. Nobody's got it all. Yeah, no, that's right. They don't have it all their own way. Anybody says Milwaukee's best across the board, they're wrong. Anybody says DeWalt's best across the board, they're wrong. Anybody says Makita's best across the board, they're definitely wrong. They don't have it all. They don't have it all their own way. And Bosch are sort of a company, they're a big company, and they're maybe not focusing on power tools the same way as DeWalt or Milwaukee or Makita are, you know, so they're maybe not coming with the range. And I don't think they have anything bigger than 6 amp in their battery range, in their 18 volt range, the Bosch. So I just think they're falling behind there too. At least with the DeWalt, you can bang in a 6 amp or 9 amp flex volt, or even a 12 amp or 15 amp if you're crazy. And again, there's the high output range of Milwaukee batteries. You could slam on one of them for the bigger stuff, but Makita don't have that bigger range of batteries. Bosch don't have that bigger range of batteries in that platform, that 18 volt platform. And nobody really else has. I suppose there's Hikoki. They have I think they have a 36 volt or something, which is interesting. And they've good impact drivers, but the Hikoki's sort of wouldn't have the same range as the 3 big ones. We're an hour and a half in, guys. Did you all like the stream? Did you all give it a thumbs up? Sorry there wasn't as much smoking madness tonight. There's fully charged now. There wasn't as much smoking madness tonight. So I'll do a volt check for you guys, and then we might hit the road. I can't believe it's Sunday again, because it felt more like a Saturday today somehow. I was working yesterday. It sort of messed with my internal body clock, or whatever you call that thing you have. Let's see. 20 volts. So we don't have... you want to see the bank of sales to see how it's going. 20 volts we're looking at. So the bank of sales is still a bit lower than the rest. Probably. Oh, sugar. See the other one, darling. Let's go with this one. Oh. Probably need a bit of balance in that. It's not far away. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have sent ones out that were in worse balance shape than this. 3.59. And the rest of them's 4, so 4.15. The rest of them are full. That's why she stopped. So that bank of cells needs brought up to 4.15. And then we'll have it perfect. So I think we'll leave it overnight. We'll leave it overnight and see what it looks like in the morning. And then we can do a bit of cell balancing then. Do a balancing act then. I'll not put these too tight because I have to open it again. We'll have to open that again sometime, but that's not bad. It's not a bad result. I'll maybe have more wackiness next week. Thank you very much, Marty. It's not the most exciting. The VC4 charge will sort it out. Walking has a problem with all the ranges. Soldering Air Mark 1 and Mark 2 is a thermostatic fuse. These things. The thermostatic fuse gives trouble. But I still like them. Can't blow up stuff every time. Well, we'll maybe see what we can do next week. I don't know what way next week's going to be, because it's like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And there'll be somebody looking for me this week. Thank God I haven't got all the stuff that I was promised, or I would need 3 surgeries, you know. So, have you ever had to jump a battery off another charged battery as it was too loaded? Yes. Doggy G, I've been doing that for about 2 years now. Good man, keep that lawn tractor going, BW's Electronics. I've been doing that about 2 years. Go on to my channel and go to playlists and go to Milwaukee battery repairs. And there's, I don't even know how many videos there is. There's cell replacement, there's jump starts, there's cell balancing, there's everything on there. Probably the most comprehensive range of stuff that I have. But thank you guys for watching the stream. And sure, we'll maybe have a more exciting one next week. We'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Good night.